Now that the emotions have worn off from the New England Patriots' first loss of the season, it's time to break down what exactly happened. I'm Sierra Goodwill, here with Evan Lazar and Alex Barth. Guys, we've talked a lot about this game. You guys have talked a lot about this game. But we got to get even further into this run defense for the Patriots and just how impressive Lamar Jackson and that Ravens offense was able to prepare for the Patriots and kind of run right through them.
Yeah, Greg Norman took the bye week and really built a very good game plan. The first 20 or so plays that they scripted were fantastic, and really where it started was instead of a zone read, they went with a gap read. So zone read is typically, you see zone blocking, you have the same kind of mesh point with the running back where the quarterback can keep it or he can hand it off to the back. This time they actually went with man blocking schemes behind the same read option type element for Lamar. Against a two-gapping system, it was the perfect strategy to really expose what the Patriots do in their run defense. So they're pinning guys inside, they're letting Lamar read the defensive end. When the defensive end crashed, he held it. When he went outside and kind of contained Lamar, he handed the ball off to Mark Ingram. That was what they did to start the game. Really a great job by the Baltimore staff to realize that kind of system the Patriots use and how to expose it. I don't know if a lot of other offensive coordinators in the league would have that kind of expertise to understand exactly how to go about defeating the Patriots' two-gapping system. So I give all the credit in the world to Baltimore.
Yeah, I think that it all started up front, too. It reminded me a lot of the Hippo package Wisconsin used in college football. When you have that much size on the field, and Lamar Jackson is enough of a threat that the Patriots just couldn't load it up with 9, 10 in the box, that, you know, they can just plow their way right down the field. And that's what they did, and the Patriots didn't have a match for it. We thought it would be size. It wasn't size. They put the speed on the field. That helps. But like Evan mentioned, those first 15, 20 plays that were scripted, they went so well together, and they kept the Patriots' heads spinning. And, I mean, you saw the result, just two dynamite drives right off the bat.
Now the Patriots are about to face some more mobile quarterbacks in their upcoming games with Dak Prescott, DeShaun Watson. You can even maybe put Carson Wentz in that category. Did Lamar Jackson and the Ravens kind of give these opponents a blueprint on how you can beat the Patriots?
Well, on the one hand, you'd like to hope that the Patriots are going to now make adjustments after seeing a team expose them this way. But I look at the Dallas Cowboys, and that's a couple of weeks away. I realize that. I think the Eagles, they have some option elements to their offense, certainly, but it's more of a passing offense than it is a running offense. Whereas in Dallas, they are built to win on the line of scrimmage, just like Baltimore did against the Patriots. And they have Zeke and they have Dak, right? And they have two guys that can really run the ball out of the backfield, and those two guys, I think that they have an element to their offense that can really go about it the same exact way that Baltimore did. That matchup I really wasn't thinking much about. I thought that was going to be a pretty easy one here in Foxborough, but if they can replicate what Baltimore did with some similar skill players, I would say, and a similar quarterback, then they might be able to expose the Patriots in a similar way. It's funny because the Patriots have loaded up this defense to stop the pass. Right. That's where the league has gone. I think that the Patriots in the offseason, they looked at the landscape of the AFC and they said that Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be their biggest opponent, so he better be able to stop the pass. Now they're having trouble stopping the run. They've kind of conceded the run a little bit. They've gone a little bit more of a passing type defense and passing type scheme where they can scheme up the pressures in the front seven with the amoeba defense and those zero blitzes, and they can lean on the best secondary in the NFL. They don't have the run defense that I think they thought that they did, or maybe they didn't always knew that they weren't going to be a great run defense.
I will say, though, in terms of using what the Ravens did against the Patriots again, part of that is predicated on getting ahead early. You can't do that if you're behind multiple scores once you get into the second and third quarters. So the Patriots offense, and we've talked about this a little bit since, the Patriots offense actually seemed to find their rhythm in Baltimore, which is the silver lining to that game. And what really killed them, I think it wasn't just those big drives by Baltimore at the beginning. Those obviously don't help, but they couldn't answer. They came right back out, went 3 and out. Defense goes back on the field, tired, no time to adjust, all of that. I think that now that they have the offense clicking, the offense clicking will help the run defense. And then on top of that, like Evan said, Dak Prescott, the Cowboys, probably the closest to the Ravens, but Dak's not that close to Lamar. I don't think there's anybody who can truly replicate it. And the thing about that scheme that Baltimore is running, there's a very fine line that makes it work. You can only deviate from it so much before it becomes ineffective. And I don't know that any other team has the guy, speaking about Lamar, that can walk that fine of a line and keep that scheme to work without having to deviate too far.
And it's also just a really unique scheme. They're basically running the veer or the wing T. We're going back a ways.
We're throwing
here,
it back, yeah.
Right? This is like the 60s or maybe even before that in the NFL. So a lot Dallas Cowboys are not going out there and practicing the veer at practice every single week. That's what the Ravens practice every single week. That's their offense. Yeah. So it's not about a game plan or anything like that. They came out and ran their stuff, and they ran it well. I don't know if other teams are going to be able to just reinvent the wheel midweek and come up with that. Another element of it, too, just quickly, the Ravens have 3 pass-catching tight ends. Most teams don't have that. So that was a big part of this game as well, as they had 3 tight ends that could block and catch the ball. Boyle, Andrews, of course, Hayden Hurst. I don't know if many other teams have 3 tight ends that they even play, let alone 3 tight ends they play as much as Baltimore does. So it was a great game plan. It was also a bad matchup, and I don't know if other teams have that personnel to expose it the same way.
This Patriots Press Pass is brought to you by CBS Sports HQ, the brand new streaming sports news network. No logins or signups required. Just download the CBS Sports app and watch CBS Sports HQ today. For all the rest of our Patriots content, head to our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.